I don't know where he is. Come on in. It'll be nice of you to let me know. It's okay. Miles!
Hi there, Mrs. C. You're later than I thought you were going to be.
You're still here. Hi, have you met Mrs. Doran?
No.
This is Brenda, Mrs. Goodman's niece.
Oh, hi, nice to
I
meet
know
you.
your aunt. Nice to meet you.
Where'd you hide the doctor?
You mean he isn't home yet?
No, not yet.
It's really strange. Said he thought he'd be here before we were.
Hey, didn't he say he was about ready to leave when you called him?
Oh, well, you know him. You know, he could have gotten all wrapped up in that medical stuff. He just doesn't know what time it is.
Yeah, well, I know what time it is. It's late.
Here, Doc. It's not too fancy, is it? It's the only place where I could afford the rent. Nothing.
Where's the patient?
Right in here. I don't know how bad she's hurt. The bleeding stopped anyway.
That doesn't mean as much as you think.
She's been in a lot of pain. She's been complaining ever since I got her here.
God, please. Please, I'm gonna die. I know I'm gonna die if you don't do something for me.
Quite a bullet wound there.
Hey, you really know your stuff, Doc.
I didn't need to see it to know what it was going to be. And you gotta kidnap a doctor at gunpoint.
Yeah, well, it was an accident. My girlfriend likes to play with guns. One of them went off.
Yeah, I'll just bet that's the way it happened.
Please, can you give me something for the pain?
What about that, Doc? Can you give us something?
Yeah, I'm giving you something right now. It's not
give
gonna
her-
last that long. I don't carry a pharmacy around with me.
Whatever it is, just to shut her up.
You creep. You don't care about me.
Oh, shut up! I brought a doctor. What more do you want?
All right, that leaves the pain. It's not gonna solve the problem.
You know, what's the problem?
The problem is that the wound is septic. It's very badly infected. Abdomen is rigid. I don't know what kind of damage the bullet did, but it's not going to make a damn bit of difference if the infection continues like that.
Okay, fine. Take the bullet out, then.
It's not that simple.
Well, make it simple. You're a doctor. You can
I'm
take
not
a
a
bullet out.
surgeon! Even the best of surgeons wouldn't operate under conditions like these.
Yeah, they would if they had to. I've seen doctors operate under all sorts of conditions.
Oh, really? Where have you seen that, buddy? In the movies?
God, please, stop talking. If you don't help me, I'm gonna die.
Did you hear that, Doc? She's gonna die. You don't want that on your conscience, do you? You took an oath, remember? You're supposed to do everything you can to save a human life.
That's what I want to do. That's why I'm asking you, let me take this woman to a hospital.
Sorry, Mr. Madison. Thought I was the right man for the job, but I guess I'm wrong.
That's ridiculous, Steve. You've done the job, damn it. Paige is still alive, isn't she?
She was very lucky.
There's nothing to do with luck. She has been protected, and you're her protector. And if you leave, Steve, I don't know
You'll find
what's gonna
somebody else to take my job. There are hundreds of men out there capable of handling the situation.
happen. I don't want you to do this, Steve. But I want you to stay. Now, you know how difficult it's been to get Paige to accept the idea of having a bodyguard. Now, the only reason that she agreed to this is because she likes you.
That's not the most important qualification for the job.
If it hadn't have been for you, that crazy maid Louise would have killed Paige that
Mr.
night.
Madison, I wasn't even in the house. I was running off down to the hospital. I didn't even have the good sense to check and see if the phone call was real or a phony.
Well, surely that isn't the reason you're
Paige
doing
saved her own life. She's the one that fired the gun.
Steve, you're the one that gave her the gun.
Yeah, but she was the one who was able to use it. If I'd been there, maybe I would have froze, just like I did when I was in the hospital parking lot when I saw this guy, Jed.
Steve, it doesn't matter that you didn't catch that guy.
It could matter the next time.
You know what your trouble is? You're too used to being a cop.
Well, that's just what Brian keeps saying.
Oh, yeah, no, you think it's your responsibility to go out there and catch those assassins, to kill them. All you have to do is to protect Paige.
I still think it amounts to the same thing.
Well, I don't. I think it's the cop's job to catch the assassin. You are doing exactly what I'm paying you to do. As a matter of fact, I think you're in line for a bonus.
No. No, thank you, Mr. Madison.
I really think you're wrong to do this, Steve. And I think I really know what the reason is, too.
What's that?
Brian, isn't it?
Oh, of course not.
Now, Brian's been at you ever since you've been here. I've seen it with my own eyes. Come
Believe
on.
me, Mr. Madison, your son has not affected my decision at all.
Sometimes I wish that he'd never come home. No, I mean that. All he's done is, since he arrived, is aggravate the situation.
He's very fond of his sister.
Well, who isn't? Now, look, that's why I want you to change your mind and to stay, all right?
I'm sorry, Mr. Madison. I can't. What if there's another attempt on Paige's life?
If?
All right, well, if there is one, what happens if I can't do anything? We both get hurt. You see, Mr. Madison, I happen to be very selfish. I happen to care about myself, too.
I don't believe that for a minute.
I'll stay until you find a replacement. It shouldn't take too long. Good night.